We're who you should be listening to, admit it. The prettiest Tiff in Carolina, get it? Love, family, and friends. This be the energy, a better understanding so we can all be complete. Each time spitting raw and unrehearsed. Either in your feelings or laughing till it hurts. Love and Flaws, the show that you all need. Join us every week for the best of us, guaranteed.
Here we go.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yo, it's your man, Carolina Sin. I am here with the absolute prettiest Tiff. Tiff, how you doing today?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. It's been, we talked about it off camera, it's been eventful, but I'm happy to be I'm happy to be here with you. That's what I know.
Yes, always a blessing.
Yo, this is the Love and Flaws podcast with Tiff and Sin. Oh, we're gonna jump right into it.
Jump into it.
So, all right. So let's just talk. We relationships is a part of it. Is a part of the thing. So let's talk about. I don't feel like we talk about it enough. Let's talk about cheating and taking people back. Yeah, I know. I just throw it out.
Boom, drop a bomb on them. Just drop the bomb on them.
Bam. You know what I mean?
Right in your face.
Now I said that, and there's so many people listening right now. Like, nah, they cheat on me. I ain't taking them back. Boom, boom, boom.
Everybody says that.
That's not the right. That's not the real world. That's not the real world. So first, let me just ask, let me ask: Have you ever?
Brother,
I know already. I couldn't even ask you. I couldn't even ask you with a straight face. All right, let me start first then.
Right.
Yo, so I've talked about it before. I think I've been cheated on in every relationship that every like significant relationship that I've been in, or like maybe not physically cheat, but people talking to other people and things like that, right? So I took one person back years ago.
Okay.
And it bit me in the ass. Like it happened again, like within a couple months. You know what I mean? But there was a child involved that, like, woo, you know, we talked about before, like how when we do clown shit, we Krusty the Clown on The Simpsons, but when y'all do clown shit, y'all in the sewer killing motherfuckers.
Right.
So this chick had lied to me. I thought the little boy was my little boy. So she had lied to me, right? So
hold on. Is this pre-Nevaeh or post-Nevaeh?
Oh yeah. I hadn't even met Nevaeh's mama yet.
Okay.
So I met this chick. We linked up a few times. We was talking. We was kind of dating, whatever.
Right.
And she got pregnant, and she told me it was mine. And so, like, I ain't really know. We get to the doctor's. We get to like one of the doctor's appointments, and the doctor. So the thing was, I was in North Carolina. She was in Florida. So I was going back and forth, right? So me and my brother was coming down, my adopted brother, we was coming down to visit his people in Polk County area. And then we come down to South Florida and visit my mom and stuff. And so when I was there, me and her was trying to make the thing work or whatever. So I have very specific dates of when I was there, of when the conjugal visits had taken place, you know what I'm saying?
So this would have been, I guess, around the conception date.
So when the doctor was like, the conception date is X, like in the room, y'all, I've dealt with some crazy shit in my life. I hate motherfuckers, man. So like in the room, when you standing there, like I'm trying to do, I'm calendaring it in my head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Calendaring.
And I'm like, it ain't the math, ain't math then.
Right.
But I wasn't 100% sure because I ain't have a calendar and I ain't want to just whip out like, hold on, let me check this.
Be like,
out.
hold on, Doc.
Like, wait a minute. So I'm like, yo. So I'm just, my heart dropped, everything. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo. And it was off by like 3 weeks, maybe. Dang. Right? And they say it may have been a month.
Like, yeah, because it could take like.
They say it can be off by 2 weeks when they pick that date. Okay. They're like it can be off by a week or like, I guess it's gotten better. Okay. Like technology's gotten better. They can really pinpoint it and more accurate. Right. Listen, I ain't an expert. I'm just telling y'all what I've been told. If y'all chime in, let me know what's right, what's not right. I know that this was,
and it's been so long for me.
20 years ago. This 20 years ago. You know what I mean? They had told me it could be off by a couple weeks, but it was off a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, and again, this not like it's off. And me and her had been together during the time it could have been off. Like I was there on this weekend and not back again for like a month and a half or something like that. Oh. So when he's like, it's 3 weeks later. Right. It's that, all right. So that's happened. So I'm like, yo. So when we leave the doctor's office and stuff, because it was me, her, and her mama was in there. So I wasn't trying to act a fool like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo.
Did you notice if the mama looked at her like?
No, because we hadn't told the mom what the dates, like when we was linking up and all of that stuff.
No, but I mean, mamas know if their daughter is out here frolicking.
Oh, I feel like she ain't trust. Listen, we all actually have a good relationship now. So I'm not trying to, if they happen to watch this, I'm not trying to bash. This
is life.
She's a completely different person now. You know what I mean? Okay. She knows she was wrong back then. Like, yeah.
You know what listen, I mean? It's not to judge her. We all make mistakes,
and we was young. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but I'm sure her mama she was wild. So I'm sure her mama, I don't think her mama in that instant thought anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, all right, so I'm like, yo, you sure it's like Doc's date didn't match up with when we, when I've come for visits and stuff.
Right.
Nah. So it always stuck in the back of my head. So after he was born and stuff, like I had a paternity test done, right? And found out that he wasn't mine. So this is like a month after he's born or whatever. I'm different. I'm such a good guy, right? So like we hash it out, and I'm like, yo, even though like when it happened, we was like seeing each other. It wasn't as like committed as, you know what I'm saying? Like we was dating, but I don't know. Either way, we hashed it out. I was like, yo, we can still keep dating. I'll raise him like he's mine. Like, I'm good. Right? So, because at this point, we in love. We done went through all of this. You know what I'm saying? So then, like, a couple months after he's like a year old, like I was at work. She bring my car to pick me up from work, and I'm like, yo, where the baby at? You know what I'm saying? He ain't here. She tells me that way, like, yo, I'm leaving. And she went back to the baby's father. Right. Like, yo, I spazzed out. Like I was crazy. Like she wouldn't even let me, like, so she's like, just drop me off. I done packed all my shit out the apartment. I'm out. She wouldn't even let me take her to wherever and me to even go say goodbye to him. Because she knew, I was a different person back then. Right? So she knew I'll go air out that whole fucking neighborhood. You know what I mean? So she had me drop her off like at the park or whatever, so that I couldn't figure out where. I knew his mom's house. He was a piece of shit too. Like I knew his mom's house was there. That's where she was going. But like, so either way, it ended bad. That's bad. Worst case
That's bad,
scenario.
yeah.
Worst case, right. It clown behavior bad. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
So like, he continues to not be an exemplary father like he had like before, which was part of the reason why she wanted it to be me instead of, you know, because I'm sure that happens way more. Like you like, I don't know,
absolutely.
I don't know which one it is. I'm hoping it's,
but I'm gonna
tell him it's clown
the better
behavior, bro. I'm telling you, clowns.
Well, I think for women, you know, they don't think that it's real until that happens. And then for most women, and not to get off of the subject of cheating, but for most women, once you become pregnant, that mother intuition starts kicking in right away. I mean, it does. And so, not that I'm making excuses for them, because I have never done that, nor would I ever do that. But
because you're different too, though.
Right. I listen, and I tell people all the time, if I was ever in a situation where I thought, which I've never been in that situation, where I thought the person who I was pregnant by was not the person that I was pregnant by, like, I'm gonna have to just sit you down and be like, listen, we gotta have a talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not going through all of that. Like, it's when it's something that I can nip in the bud right away. You know what I mean? I think that there are those circumstances where they really just don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, like you said, it could be a 2-week time frame or the wrong conception, whatever, and they just really don't know.
I mean, we all adults. You could be seeing multiple people. Like that's just
so,
the real
for the
of it.
most part, though, I don't think that's what happens. I think they know exactly what they're doing, and I think, you know, they know who the father is, but they just don't want it to be that person's. But you know,
so fast forward maybe another 6 months or whatever it was. Like I said,
y'all split up.
Right. So then I'm like, I take her back. I took her back.
After she left with the baby?
Yeah. That's why I said one time. Right. I took her back. Now,
hell no.
But this is where I understand when women are like, I mean, I did it mostly for him, for the baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand when women are like, I ain't leaving. I understand. I don't agree with it. I don't think we should do this. But I understand. I can empathize where I gotta stay for the kids, type of
thing. And speaking on that, men do that a lot more often.
Oh yeah.
Than women do, because nowadays women will. Well, I'm gonna say this: maybe not in a relationship, but maybe marriages. Because I was just talking about this with my homegirl. Like, men will stay in marriages with women and be like, I don't want to leave my kids. Like, I don't want my kids.
Listen, when I took her back, I was just like, yo, it won't even on no romantic shit. I was like, it's not safe where y'all like where what you're going through. Like, I want him. You come back. Like, yo, I get your hair and nails done every week. Like, you do your thing. I want him in the house with me safe every night.
Yeah.
That was the stipulation. I'm like, you want to go out, kind of do your thing, whatever. So I don't even know that I really took her back per se.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But I was like,
because I mean, when you did take her back, were you all romantic?
Oh yeah, we were.
Oh well, see, and
But I'm talking about the conversation about coming back was like, I need him in the house with me safe every night.
Yeah.
That was the, like, you going through it. The dad's whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Come back. We can work. We can try and work it out. But the reason I want him in the house with me every night safe.
Yeah.
I ain't going nowhere. You feel the urge, you need to go out, fine, whatever.
Right.
He's staying at the house with me.
Yeah.
That shit lasted like a month.
This is
and
my
then
thing.
never again.
Yeah.
And stole from me.
Times.
And stole from me.
She stole from you?
My PlayStation and shit. Like, when she left.
Bravado.
Oh.
See, and I've been cheated on a lot of times. With like many different people have cheated on me and have done it multiple times. So I've taken people back after multiple times of them cheating on me. So when I was younger, it was all, oh, woe is me. My feelings are hurt. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Then I got to a point when I got a little bit older where I was hurt. But then when it got to, like, I'm going to get my get backs. Like, I'm going to get, like, you cheated, I'm going to cheat. But when I cheat, I'm going to make that shit hurt.
See, I don't believe in that.
Like, now I wouldn't do that now. But you were with me when I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not with me when I cheated, but
right.
You were in the situation. Like,
I knew it was happening.
Right. And it was after
so let's do this.
So okay. In years.
So I did it for the kid. Like, I've never. And then after that, I don't think there's ever been a situation where somebody has said something like that, where I've just been like, all right, we could try and work it out or whatever. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah.
I've never stayed in a relationship where somebody cheated on me. No, I'm not going to say never. I did when I was younger. Stayed in it just out of love and for my kids. It was both.
So what? I feel like
the situation that you were with me in, I stayed out of love. I was in love with him. I wanted our marriage to work. I wanted our marriage to work. It was my second marriage. I wanted it to work. I was in love with him. And I felt like I could love him enough for him not to cheat. Like, I could make myself be any and everything that he needed in order for him not to cheat.
But didn't he cheat multiple times?
Multiple.
Right. So, see, and this is why I love that we do this, right? Because we talk about the real. Because, listen, I ain't looking down on anybody that's taking anybody back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that it's easy on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
I could sit here all day and say I got a zero tolerance policy when it comes to cheating.
Right.
And I do. I really do. I have wanted to take people back that did it.
Right.
Like, I know what it feels like to not want to let go of somebody.
Yeah.
So, and for years, I loved somebody that said they loved me, but we couldn't be together. And it almost feels kind of like the same thing, because she went off and had a kid and got married and everything else, and we still supposedly had a connection. But, and that kind of feels like this, like that would be, I guess, I never took anybody else I dated back that cheated, but I let that person stay in my life after multiple times of hurting me. Like, I really thought I loved this person.
I mean, I don't think that we can tell someone how they feel about somebody.
Right.
And I think when you're in a situation, the feelings are definitely probably a little bit different than once you step outside of it and you start the healing process and things of that nature.
Oh yeah, hindsight's 2020, like
right. Yeah, but I think with him, I knew that there were so many different emotional components, and there was other things involved like alcohol that, and I'm not blaming the alcohol, but it was a sickness for him.
Right.
He was was an alcoholic. I don't know what he's doing now. And I knew that caused a lot of the infidelity. I think what made me really be like, okay, enough, is when like my children became involved. Like they started figuring out what was going on. And that's when I was like, you know what, enough is enough. Like, and when I brought it to his attention, like, look, we can't do this, he didn't want to let go. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a battle of him like, no, I don't want to let you go. Well, of course, who would want to let me go? I'm with you for all of these years.
Tell it.
But also I'm with you all of these years and you cheated on me and I stayed by your side. So you feel like nothing can remove me from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Feeling invincible about it.
Exactly.
Right.
And so he didn't want to hear it. So I was like, okay, well, let's see how you feel when I do the same shit to you.
Woo.
And I knew all the consequences that came behind it.
But at that point, you was fed. You had so
care.
much time. You was fed up.
But I told him, I said, listen, if you don't stop cheating, I'm gonna cheat on you, and I'm gonna do it in a manner that you will never get over it. Short of walking in and seeing me do it, I'm like, not gonna do that. But
I don't feel no pity for him at all. But it hurts me just hearing it. Like I just know, you know what I mean? Like, oh.
Well, you was there through the whole thing, so
egging it on. Go to him. Because
I really, in my heart, I didn't want to. You know, it wasn't like,
right.
But I did. You know what I mean? So, like, I wanted to, but I didn't want to, type of thing. And it just, but I was like, I just, for me, at that time, I just didn't see any other out. And I'm not gonna, like, I wanted him to hurt. I wanted that nigga to hurt like I hurt.
Right.
Like, so what goes around comes around, karma's a mother, and this is yours, type thing. But now, if somebody were to cheat on me, that's it. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to talk to you. I don't need no closure.
It's too much at this point to do the whole I'm gonna get even and all of that. Right. That's how you feel.
I don't need to know what you did. I don't need to know how you did it.
Okay. So that bring up a good point, right? We can segue into, you have more experience with it than me. Say what now?
I was on mute.
Oh yeah. So you have more experience with it than me about taking somebody back. But like, when you take somebody back that's cheated, do you want to know all the details and stuff? Like, you want to know every little thing? And so, like, when I took her back, like, I didn't want to know nothing. Like, I didn't want to. I know dudes, especially because of our egos. You know what I mean? We want to be like, how many times? You know, like, was he better than me? Is he bigger than me? Does not, you know how dudes is, we fragile. Yeah. So, but I feel like women be really wanting to know more than I don't even think it's, I said that, but I'm thinking about it as I was saying it, I don't even really think it's just women, because like I said, men be wanting to know too. Like, you want to ask the questions to hurt you even more? Like, did you want to know? Was you trying to find out every little detail?
For me, I wanted to find out. For me, the reason of knowing the detail on that situation was because, like, to be like, you're caught. Like, it's nothing you can say or do to talk your way out of it. Like, you're caught. Like, this is like, let me show you her name. This is where y'all met up. This is what y'all did. Let me tell you. So, just a quick story about this same guy when we were living in Kansas, and I was at home with the kids one night. We only had one car at the time. And he was like, I'm going to go hang out with the guys. Da, da, da. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm in the house chilling, doing my mother thing, cleaning the house, whatever. About 12 o'clock at night, I just got this pit in my stomach, like something ain't
woman's
right.
Intuition.
That's what they call it. So I go to the neighbor's house. I'm like, listen, I need you. The kids asleep. I need you to keep an eye on them. Just,
I've
here's the house key.
I've heard this story, yo.
Right. So I called a homegirl of mine. Her name happened to be Tiffany, that lived there too. And I was like, yo, Tiff, I need you to come pick me up and take me around the corner. Because where we lived at was a very small town. It was only a couple of places to hang out at.
Right.
So I'm like, I need you to take me up the street.
Because it was Kansas.
Because it was Kansas.
Right. Hey, yo, we got listeners in Kansas. We love y'all, but
and this is in Kansas City. This was Kansas.
Got you.
So I'm like, yo, so she like, all right, I'm on the way. So she comes and picks me up. We go in there. I got on my hoodie. I got on my Timbs.
Ready for action.
I'm ready, right?
Be more in the house.
So I walk up now, like I told you, small town. Everybody knows everybody. There's only certain places you can go hang out. So we were frequent go-outers. You know what I'm saying? Like we went out as a couple a lot together. People knew that I was his wife. People knew that that was my husband.
Right.
And even when I was not with him, like, oh, where's your husband type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I walk up to the door. And all I needed to see was the look on everybody's face. All the bodyguards' face. The
they
bouncers,
knew. They was like,
oh shit. So they like, here, Tiff, is ladies night. I said, am I dressed? And do I look like I want a fucking flower?
Right.
Like, do I? They're like, but hold on. I said, where you at? Where you at?
Right.
No. So I'm like, whatever. So I start making my way through the club. I looked to the back, and one of his homeboys who worked there, which was a bouncer, I seen him beeline for the side door. So I said, okay, he's outside on because they had like a little patio area.
Right.
So I was like, bet, he outside. So I get there, and I see him, he all in some chick face. He like talking to her, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, all right, bet. So I just stand there and watch.
Right.
And as they're talking, he goes to like escort her to the table. I let him sit down. He all in her face talking. I'm watching all of it. Right. Because I don't want to come up in the middle of anything. Like, I want to see everything.
Yeah. That way you got it all.
That way when shit hits the fan, like I could be like, no, I could see if I walk, you'd be like, I was just talking. Because there's nothing wrong with talking. Even if you're married to me. You go out, you're going to socialize. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that.
Okay.
Like, you're going to socialize. But I needed to see your body language. I needed to see how, did you touch her? Did you touch her? You know what I'm, all of these things.
Exactly.
So anyway, long story short, I approach him. He act like he don't even know who I am. I wild out, smack him. I'm not even mad at the girl. Like, I don't even try to fight the girl. You know what I'm saying? Prior to me approaching him, like as I'm walking up, a girl walked up to me and was like, do you have a lighter? And I was like, bitch, do I look like I got a lighter? Just because I wasn't in the mood, but I wasn't like
you was
To
sideways.
fight her. I'm just like, yo, I'm on a warpath right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, if I saw something like that now, I would just walk away. Like, I would walk away, go home, pack my shit or pack his shit. And that's it. Like, I'm not, I don't need to hear all the details. I don't need to know what her name was and was she prettier than me, or did she have a better body than me, or did she make, because my thing is, if it gets to the point where you have to step outside of our relationship, respect me enough to come to me and let me know.
Oh no, they don't have that. They don't have that. That's why they
and
stick around.
if you can't, female or male, you're a coward.
Oh yeah,
you're
clown
a coward.
Behavior.
Yeah, you're just, because even a clown will remove his mask. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
even a clown will remove their mask, but a coward,
right?
You
You hide
behind everything for the rest of your life. And I don't have the patience for it. I just don't. I consider myself to be as real as possible. I'm going to let my partner know how I'm feeling, good and bad. If I'm no longer satisfied in any way, I'm going to bring it to you. It doesn't mean because I want to end the relationship, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's see what we can do to salvage the relationship.
How many deal breakers do you have? Like, how many things is it?
I don't have many deal breakers. If I'm in a relationship with you, like, I'm a ride or die. Cheating is one. Disrespecting my children is
for sure.
For sure. Another one.
I have not been in that position. I could not imagine.
Like somebody disrespecting Nevaeh.
What?
Like,
she seen me, like, it's funny because she's got a few stories she could tell, other parents, because I've gotten on other people's kids at the playground, and they parents want to, like, right, calm down. It's not what you want.
Not what you talk to your child.
I threatened to drown everybody at the water park.
I'm gonna drown everybody, kid.
So she knows that I go for her. But like, I couldn't imagine it being somebody close to me. You know what I mean? Like, somebody.
And I think someone being close to you makes it a whole.
Oh, it's worse.
Like, that's why my third marriage didn't work, because he did not know how to respect my children. Like, it was
that's
like
crazy.
And it would be like not silly stuff. I don't want to minimize it, but like things like, okay, I picked up my son from school, not me, but him. I picked up my son from school. I got him McDonald's on the way home. But when you walk in the door, my kid's going to be there. He's going to be eating his food. Well, he was hungry when he got out of school, so I just got, okay.
You seen the thing? You seen the video that went around, right? I think I think it was a hoax. Like, they put it on, but like the guy was dropping off his son.
Oh yeah, I did a video on it.
Yeah.
But my thing with that was that we were all living in the same house. It wasn't like.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't like we had a child together and he had his child and was like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I was like, okay, bet. So, and like I said, back then I was.
That's when you start cooking dinner just for you and yours.
You know what I did?
What?
I said, okay, bet. Come on, y'all want to go to Sonic? Out loud. Come on, let's go get y'all
like
stuff.
At the same day the McDonald's thing happened?
No, because I think that day, I think I like went and got them something to eat or something like that, or whatever. But like another day, see, I'm gonna let that shit simmer for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to hit you when it happens. Because if I would have did it that day, he would have been like, well, my child got McDonald's anyway. Type.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I was like, okay. So I did. I think it might have been like a couple of days later, maybe even like a week later. And I was like, y'all down for some Sonic? Y'all want some Sonic? The kid, yeah, let's go to Sonic, mommy. Da-da-da. And my daughter was so young, so they had the playground. So she's like, oh, I can play on the playground. We can get ice cream and slushy. Like, we can get whatever we want, whatever y'all want. Let's go. So they like, bet. He like, you're not gonna take I said, oh no, he don't get to go. So you just gonna leave my? Absolutely.
Damn, Tiff.
Let's go. Like it would have been different if the young man was starving or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was very tit for tat. Very like you do something to me, I'm gonna do it 20 times. Like, and I still have that in me. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I'll petty.
But I choose not to be like that because I realize that the universe is gonna take care of you for me. God got me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
how old was the kid? I feel bad for the kid though. It ain't his fault his daddy was trash.
I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't my it wasn't my kid's fault either. But they paid the consequence for it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it, and truth be told, with that merge, and you knew that about that merge too. We are in a good place now. Like if we see each other, it's how you doing? How's your son? You know what I'm saying? Like I've gone to his son's games to support him.
Right.
You know, even after our divorce, like but see, and I always look at stuff out. You know, we talked about this on another podcast. I always look at myself first, right? And that whole merge was a mess anyway, because the way it came about.
Right.
And that was just my karma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was my karma. So I was like, well, you know, you gotta let bygones be bygones. But I think if you are with a cheater and you take them back, you can't be mad if they cheat again. Like you need to trust them to be who they are. DMX said it best. Trust someone to be who they are.
DMX was a serial cheater.
They're a
DMX
cheater.
was a serial cheater.
So he should know. But he was
I
just
think
talking
you got.
about,
I mean, I feel like if you take them back, you gotta let it go. It can't be I throw it up in your face type of thing.
Oh yeah.
But I don't agree that you can still hold them accountable. Maybe not.
But my thing is,
don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But why waste your energy on it? Like I knew you was gonna do that. Like I'd rather just be like, I knew you was gonna do it again anyway. Like,
I'm just not even dealing with it.
What's gonna change? What if someone cheats on you once? And listen, we can look at both of our track records. I have been cheated on numerous times.
Right.
And I'm never gonna do it again. Never, ever has worked out. Like they've never changed their way. So
yeah, I don't know. Do you think they ever change? Do they change as they get older and grow and mature? Maybe. Like it's different if you was a cheater like in your 20s, and then you settle down in your 30s or 40s.
Nah.
You still think you don't think people can change?
No, I think people can change, but I think that if you are a cheater, it's in your nature.
I just think that I agree. I don't disagree. I think you could change in a different relationship.
You know, Steve Harvey said this one time, and then someone else, I heard it on a pod. I can't remember who said it, but Steve Harvey said, a man will change for the right woman.
Right.
So you believe that? You believe that he may consistently cheat on one woman, but then be with another woman and never cheat on her because of who she is to him?
Right. I don't even think it's just men. I think women are the same way. I think you exhibit behavior and you just do it, but the right person can come along and you don't want to do that to them. You know, I don't think you're changing with the person, right? Because I feel like it's just like if you cheating on your diet and you eat that one cookie, It's easier to grab a second one after that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know, so I think within the same relationship, to take somebody back that's cheated, they've already pulled the trigger on that moral decision once. That makes it easier for them to pull that trigger on that moral decision a second time if presented with the opportunity. Versus,
right, which means that why would that change just with another person?
No, I get what you're saying, but that my point about the whole, but with somebody else, it's even if you've cheated on somebody in the past, you haven't made that decision to cheat on this person, right? So I feel like you can have cheated on X 1, 2, and 3, and then not cheat on X or the current one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think the reason why I don't believe in that is because my thing is, if you're that unhappy in a relationship, why wouldn't you just walk away from it?
No. What I'm saying is, I don't think once a cheater, always a cheater. I think within the same relationship, yes. But I think you can cheat on somebody and then find another relationship and not cheat in that relationship.
So then essentially that's saying the reason that you're cheating is because either the person is allowing you to cheat,
or they're not the one.
You're just not content with that person.
Right, yeah. Well, that's why relationships fall apart anyways.
But see, I tend to believe you cheat because you just want to cheat.
But why do you want to cheat though? You not happy?
Because you just want to slang your dang everywhere.
Hey, y'all cheat too. Listen.
Well, and I can. You're right, but I gotta speak from a woman's point of view or perspective on what I've never been with a woman. Not, nothing against it. I'm just saying I've never been with a woman. I don't know.
I am not excusing cheating, but people don't cheat on somebody. I'll be real delicate because they gonna come for me on this one. I'm not excusing cheating. But people cheat because, and it's not the other person's fault. Like, you make your own decisions. You got to be accountable for your decisions. But there's something they are not receiving in that relationship. And people are going to come for me and be like, no, I did X, Y, and Z. I always did this, and that. Okay. It go back to what we talked about before. And maybe not in such a bad way, but maybe you weren't everything you thought you was to this person.
Right. No, I agree.
Because like we said, they could go off and the next person give them everything that you wanted them to give you in that relationship. And I ain't talking about just physical or monetary or whatever.
Right.
You're like, yo, he comes home on the weekends. He ain't out. He ain't trying to talk to the girl at work, no more.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna stop you real quick. Because I see where you're going with this. I'm with you to a degree. My second husband is still a cheater to this day. The woman he with he cheats on.
There's something he's not getting fulfilled.
Well, yeah, he's just not being true to himself, is what it is, and what he wants. But that's what I'm saying.
Because
that's why I believe that it's the person themselves. So it's like, because my thing is, if you and I are together and I cheat on you and you say, why did you cheat on me? And I say, well, you're not giving me well, why didn't we sit down and have this conversation?
Oh, don't give me, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying people ain't supposed to communicate and work on, and like.
Yeah, but your go-to is to go sleep with somebody. Like,
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You're right. I'm not excusing it.
No, but even the thought process, like it's
how you react to the things that are not being fulfilled is what defines you as either a man or a clown.
Right. I see.
I could say, like we talked about on it. In my head, I can start feeling after a couple weeks, months, years, she's not spending time with me like we used to, or I don't feel like I'm getting enough time.
Right.
My reaction to that can be, let's go out to dinner. I want to have a talk. I'm gonna tell you, express some things and how I'm feeling.
Right.
And we do the mature thing and try and fix and grow, right? Or my reaction can be, well, she ain't giving me time to find. Oh, Sarah at work. She love rubbing up on my shoulder when she come over to my little cubicle. See what I'm saying? She real friendly in my cubicle. She about to get the pubicles.
But then is it fair, right?
Nah,
to
nothing's
come
fair.
back and say, I cheated on you because you weren't doing X, Y, and Z. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
We got to tell the whole story, right? You got to tell the whole story. I cheated on you because when I felt like you wasn't giving me enough time, I decided to go elsewhere instead of communicating with you. Like, we just don't ever tell the whole.
Right.
Everything's not just black and white.
Right. That's facts.
And we don't always tell the whole story. You know what I mean? So yeah, I did some shit. And I could blame you for it, but I got to take responsibility for my part in it too, you know? And that's where we don't. That's where we don't. Right?
I agree. Oh,
absolutely. He never helps me with the kids when he comes home from work. He hops straight on that game. He pay that game more attention than he pays me. Okay, there's this nigga out here that's willing to pay me that attention.
Right.
Did you communicate that with him?
Right.
And people do. Some do. Now, did you effectively communicate it too? Because there's a difference between being like, I know you ain't on that damn game, right? You know what I mean? Like, so we gotta take our responsibility. So if you like, I cheated on him because he was always on his game, he never paid me no attention. You did that. Did you do that before or after you tried to explain that to him?
Right.
And the same with us, right? Like, yo, she not having sex with me, so I'm gonna go find it somewhere else or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Are you telling the whole story? Like, yo, she just had a kid. She feeling self-conscious about herself. Like, what's
right?
Or
you're not working and she's working.
Right. Like, or y'all schedules is flipped. The kids, now y'all got kids. Like, so did you just go cheat? Or did you try to address it and fix it and then didn't get it filled? You know what I mean?
Right. So and then you have those relationships with people who know that they're with a cheater. Ooh. Right? Because I've seen this too.
What you mean?
Like, in my situation.
Right.
I knew this man cheated every chance he got.
Whew.
Every chance he got, he cheated. If somebody gave him a damn, you look good today, he was going to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, no self-control. But I stayed with him for all of those years. You know what I'm saying? So you have relationships out here where, me and my friend were just talking about this today too. You have relationships out here and some of the marriages where the woman or the man are serial cheaters.
Right.
And the man or the woman who is being cheated on knows this, but they refuse to let go of the relationship.
I mean, you're tired. Like, at that point, you got an open relationship.
Yeah.
You just, they have an open relationship.
Well,
because they not
at
about
least
to let
one has an open relationship.
Right, because they not about to let you get away with it.
I don't know. Some people, brother, I done seen men
that's true. They be like, as long as I don't find out about it,
or as long as it's not brought to my face.
I can't live like that, man. I'm so
right. Who wants to live like that?
God, I feel like
that has to be some like psychological.
It's happening right now. In houses all over America.
All over America.
They laying in bed right now on their phone. He ain't shit. I know you fucking such and such. And he over there like, I know when she went out with her friends. I know when she went to Miami with her friends last weekend, she would probably get.
She was with some right.
Why? Right. Why?
I had a situation where someone brought that to me. Like, I know he cheating with you. Now, I didn't know that the person was in a relationship at the time. He cheating with you and you ain't the first type thing. He's done it for years. Like, but you worried about addressing me? I'm
Like,
the last person you need to be talking to, ma'am.
Calm down. Right.
Like, but people will know this about their partner.
Man, and like
just
we
be
talked
like,
about
I don't
before,
care.
and in today's society, it's cool to cheat. It's cool to be the side piece.
Well, and then you have so many alternative ways of having a relationship.
I still
Like
think that's
polygamy
different, but those, when you set, those are clear. Those are usually clear communication relationships,
absolutely.
though.
Absolutely.
Right? Now you can still violate somebody's trust in that if you violate whatever y'all talked about.
Right.
So I'm not really counting though. I just think in normal.
Well, yeah, I don't count those as the same thing, but I just think that so many people want to have the opportunity to explore those types of relationships.
Okay, so we could touch on that. So maybe, and we just not communicating properly. Like we not because it's still taboo. More people probably are. I mean, because you already accepting it.
And that's what I was gonna get to. Like, you're accepting a polygamy relationship because there are different forms of polygamy. Right. So there's polygamy where, there's one man and multiple women. Then you have polygamy where there are one woman, multiple men. Then you have polygamy where, and it's like polyamory, and they're different names.
Right.
And then you have it where the one person is allowed to go out and explore, but the other person is not.
Right. Yeah, so, there's multi levels.
It's multifaceted.
Tons of different
or whatever.
Right.
Well, so again, though, you think about if you're in a relationship and you're with a man or a woman who is cheating on you consistently, you stay with that person, baby. You are in a polygamous relationship.
You stay, but it's not what you want, though.
But maybe it is.
I don't know.
Maybe it is, and you're just afraid to say it, or you don't want to look dumb to the outside world because you don't want to have to answer to people why are you letting your man or woman out here do that.
I do think there are people who, if it was more acceptable, like more status quo acceptable, that they was like, yeah, as long as I'm getting my other needs met in life, I don't care what he does.
I was there. I was like, shoot, I'm getting cheated on so much. Like, I'm down. Like, at least I can try to box it in some. Like, and I will say, when I thought about that, the person and I at the time, I thought were very good with communicating. Right. We talked about everything. Like, there wasn't any subject that we couldn't speak about, and still love and respect each other after that. And I'm not saying that I would, who knows, but
I don't know. You
definitely couldn't be in a polygamous relationship.
No, I'm not. No, I'm possessive. And I don't mean it in like an unhealthy possessive way, but like that's mine. That's all me.
Now, if you found a woman who said, babe, you can have other women, would you be okay with that?
No, I don't even want to give any of myself to somebody else.
Aww.
Like, that's not. And I've wanted. Listen, if there was a switch I could flip on this motherfucker, my guys have been like, yo, go out there and smash everything. Start running through them. You will feel better. I promise you. You will feel better. I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. I ain't even, it goes back to like trying to not like the toxic masculinity shit. Like I'm like, I ain't
Yeah.
trying to sound like a bitch or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm not built that way.
It's
Like
okay.
I'm not, like I want to be with a person and that be my person, and I reciprocate what I ask for too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be that person for them too.
Yeah.
Like we don't, and I'm not saying like in an unhealthy way, like we don't need friends or whatever I'm saying, but like we shouldn't need anybody else for the core of the stuff.
Absolutely.
Like you having the day you can lean on me, I'm having the day I can lean on you, we having days together, let's just come together. Like we gotta, it's 100.
See, that's what I want. I want my person.
That's what I'm saying.
I want my person too.
And so the cheating shit, you can't be my person if that's what you're doing.
Right.
I don't have it. I will tell you the closest I might could come. And this is gonna sound sexist as fuck, and I don't care. But like I might could be with a chick that also likes chicks too. And wants to like mess with other chicks, maybe. I don't think so.
Now, would you want her to bring those chicks into y'all's relationship or
That's what
no?
I'm saying. Like, I don't even know that I don't know. I'd like to think that maybe I could handle that.
I don't think you could.
I don't think I could too, because I'm possessive over our love.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't even want you sharing that, even though
that
like,
energy. You don't even want that energy exchange.
Right. Like the guy part of me is like, nah, that's cool. My she's, you know, but I still don't think I want you sharing any part of your intimacy with somebody else.
Yeah.
That's mine. That's all me. Well, like that Steve Harvey one, that mine. I fight everybody in this motherfucker over her.
Right.
I get anybody in.
I'll go to war with anybody.
Right. That's me.
And
that's me.
You know, I'm starting to. Maybe it's just not gonna happen for me.
That's how I'm starting to feel. I'm like, maybe it's just not in the cards for me.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, so then go out here and just fulfill your physical needs then. I'm just not. I ain't built that way. I want a connection. I know that shit sound today. You don't hear that often. This shit.
Yeah.
Like, I really want somebody I could like vibe with and share moments with. But I need to be able to try, like, loyalty and honesty above everything else. You know what I'm saying?
See,
like,
honesty is my number. I don't care how you look. I don't care.
Nah, I care. I do care.
No, and when I say, because we talked about this before. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you have to be attracted to someone you're with. Yes, looks matter.
It's just your attraction levels vary. Like how
my attraction levels. One thing that makes me attracted to one person, like some girls are like, they gotta be 6'4". I don't have that criteria.
Right.
Someone like they gotta have a 6-pack and 250. I don't have that criteria.
Right.
Someone like they gotta be light skin, dark skin, white. I don't have that. Like,
right. Oh yeah.
Physical criteria.
I'm a non-discriminatory. I've said it and I'll say it again. I'm a non-discriminatory boy.
For me, it's about what I feel when I'm with you.
Right. Yeah, I've looked at just about every different type of person and thought I thought big girls were beautiful. I thought super tiny girls were beautiful. Yeah. Black, white, Indian, Chinese, but it don't matter to me.
Right.
I find
that's one thing I've never done is dated. I haven't. And I'm half white. I've never dated a white man. I've never dated an Asian man. I've never dated a Hispanic man. I've never dated an Indian man. I've never. I
got like one or two I need to get to finish the cycle.
But I would love to. I've just never had any man.
I'm talking about
outside of a black man approach me.
My body count is low. It's just diverse though. You know what I'm saying? It's diverse. Mexican, Puerto Rican, black, white.
So how?
Native. What you mean how? I talk to everybody.
Like, so do you approach like
it all work the same.
Does it? So I wonder why no man from any other race has approached me.
So, woo, that a whole nother. We gonna have to talk. Like, we gonna talk about. Ooh, we can do that. We have to do a whole show about interracial dating and
Absolutely
and everything else because oh, mama, cuz.
For real,
Yo.
I would love to just go out on a date with a white man.
We need to go on a speed dating thing.
OMG, I would love that.
That we need to do that.
Where do you have them? Like, how do you find them?
Do they even still do that? Like, I don't even know.
COVID.
Now it's swipe left, swipe right. That's your speed dating. Right. You know what I mean?
See, and that's another thing. I don't do internet dating.
I tried it I've tried it a couple times, like over the years, and I just
because I feel like everybody on the dating app is a cheater. Half of them are married or got a girlfriend or deployed and want, fun time.
My thing is, I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to break. We talked about. I reposted that TikTok. I don't have no game. I don't know how to talk to nobody.
You don't need game, no, brother. Yeah.
Nah, you gotta have a little bit of.
No, not if you're looking for the type of woman you're looking for.
Hold on, I don't have the icebreaker game.
Oh,
like I don't have the get the conversation going or the slide in, like the initial. Hey, I thought you looked cool. Like I don't know the right way to slide in the DM. Once I'm in there, once we talking, once we we good, I'm straight. I'm straight. Like I just, but it's the initial like hitting on somebody or breaking the ice thing. Terrible.
So we gotta do something with that.
We're gonna advertise for that. We talked about this. We're gonna advertise for that.
Advertise that for you, and then advertise a date for me outside of
there we go.
African American race.
We're gonna have to set it up. We're gonna do blind love and flaws, blind dating. We got it. But we're gonna wrap up this one. Cheating, boy.
Listen, if you take a cheater back, expect him to cheat again. Those are my last words.
Boy, yeah, what they say, a tiger don't change its stripes, a cheater don't change its spots.
Come on, let's go.
So, but we love y'all. We appreciate everybody that tunes in so much. Thank you guys so much. I am Carolina Sin. This is the most absolute prettiest Tiff. This is the Love and Flaws podcast with Tiff and Sin. Everybody have a great one. We love y'all.
Bye.